Welcome, everybody, to episode 168 of Perpetual Backlog. I'm your host, Aqua, and joining me today, like always, is Dalit.
Hey, I am in fact here today.
Mm-hmm. And Leek.
Hello, everybody. It is me,
It is
Resident
you.
Vegetable.
Resident. Imagine that being a horror game.
I don't know, I'm kind of
Vegetable. just hear the Resident Evil voice. Resident Vegetable.
Except
2.
it wouldn't be that in Japan. It would be, what was it, bio-organic.
Yeah. Bio-organic 2. Anyway, I beat Code Vein this week. Again. Yeah. It was a good game.
Remind me again what made you go through it again?
I needed to play a video game, man, and nothing called to me.
Fair.
Then I listened to the opening to Code Vein, and I was like, you know what? This is a banger game.
It's surprisingly good, given that I really don't care for the God Eater stuff. It just decided not to be that, and turns out, yeah, it's all the better for it.
Yeah, until they, bring in God Eater at the end of the game.
Which, admittedly, on one hand, caught me off guard, but on the other hand, was like, yeah, I don't know what I expected, frankly.
Yeah, I didn't do any of the DLC fights, mainly because, from what I hear, they're insanely hard. But I did look at one, and one is a God Eater enemy, actually. Like, specifically, it looked like the God Eater enemy that bust through the wall partway through the game, or like when you were getting towards the end of the game when the mist came down for that bit. It looked like that. I assume probably the other ones all look like that because it was all they were all elemental base, whatever the DLC fights. But I don't know. I went into one of the DLC depths or whatever for a couple minutes before I beat the game, and wow, you definitely need to be leveled for that because normal enemies hit hard in there.
Oh, good. So it sounds like actual meaningful endgame stuff.
Yeah. And there was like some mechanic type thing, like with I have no idea. But it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. About to sneeze. I'm not gonna sneeze anymore. Okay. I hate that. I hate that so much. That makes me so mad. But yeah, I beat the game. Got the true ending, or I got the very true ending, which kind of sucks because if I had remembered that there were technically two versions of the true ending, I would have went into the boss fight before getting the cutscene for EO. Because now to get the other true ending, I would need to replay the game an extra time. So yeah, I have to.
Up to it, man.
No, man. I got other games I'm playing now. Whatever. I got my Code Vein out of me. All right. Next year when I decide to play Code Vein again, and I get on the thing where I'm like, man, where's Code Vein 2 at? Because the true ending did definitely sequel bait the hell out of the game. So, outside of Code Vein, God, did I play anything else? I don't report that I play the Honkai Star Rail because I'm literally playing that every day. I hopped into Reverie for like 5 minutes, just to screw around, and then I felt tired and I was like, I'm just gonna watch anime. I downloaded. So one of the indie games that's going to be on this list that we talk about, named Bulwark Falconeer Chronicles. I downloaded that, and I downloaded the demo for it. It seems really interesting. It's a city builder. I'm not super into city builders, but it looks pretty neat. And I was obviously influenced by Thor because he was showing it off and was like, "Hey, man." So I messed around in that for a little bit, but I didn't do anything else. I don't think. I can't remember.
What is it? Because those were certainly 3 words.
Okay,
Bulwark,
Bulwark
Falconeer, what now?
Falconeer Chronicles.
Chronicles. Okay,
Yeah, look it up. It's on Steam.
fair enough.
It looks pretty cool. I mean, it's a city builder, so it might be in your wheelhouse. And the tutorial was like, take your he was like, it was the I think the guy that created the game, he also narrates the tutorial and everything. And he's like, take your time. There's no wrong moves here. Just create whatever you want to create and all that crap. So, yeah,
Good
it seemed
vibes.
pretty.
Good vibes.
Yeah, it seemed pretty good. Nah. Anything else I touched was not even worth mentioning. So that's me this week. Call it.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking up Bulwark, Falconeer
Yeah.
Chronicles. What I did this week was mostly minimal. I'll tell you what I didn't do this week that I would love to have done this week. I'd love to have played Hades 2,
We'll set up
but
the
I
family
didn't.
count thing and see if that works.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
fine.
play it.
So the technical test went out and I didn't get in yet. A couple people that I know finally are getting in, and they have said that they're going to roll it out little by little. So frankly, it's just a matter of time.
True. This is true.
So it's like not actually a worry or a rush. Just kind of one of those cases of everyone's talking about it.
You're just like FOMO,
really,
FOMO, 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 FOMO.
really liked the first one. Uh, um, but what I did end up doing is some. Well, I mean, I can say I played Relink, but what happened was I worked from home a lot, and I just had it on in the background as it farmed out crystals for me in preparation for what comes at the end of this week. And Tekken 8. Tekken 8, Tekken 8, Tekken 8. There have been some ranked changes that seem to have people's panties in a twist. Still not 100% sure how valid their arguments are. Seems reasonable to be mad, though. Uh, I've not been doing ranked recently. I've mostly just been doing player matches, just because you can keep going forever, and there are a few matchups that I need knowledge on, and I'm tired of just trying to get that knowledge in a rank setting. So there's been that. Other than that, I very, very briefly, we're talking about maybe an hour tops, popped into City Skylines 2 since it was available to me via Game Pass. I've heard a lot of very negative things about this game, and after firing it up for myself, I can say with pretty good certainty most of it's bullshit. I mean, the game is no great winner right now, but it looked fine, it played fine. Seems to do a lot of things the first one did or needed to do, so from a very, very casual first glance, I do not see what the problem is. In terms of any in-depth thoughts, I don't have them. Like I said, an hour tops. So we'll see if those issues show up if I go back to it. I know a lot of people have gone back to City Skylines 1, which in my head makes sense anyway because of the sheer amount of content that there is in that game that is going to take another year or so for its sequel to find. Pretty sure that's all I did this week. I feel like I'm missing something, but I couldn't tell you what it was. So,
I don't know what you played this week, so
Myself. I played myself. I play myself every single day.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Just so. Sadiq, what'd you get up to?
More Stardew. Finished. Oh, I finished Endwalker completely.
Hey!
MSQ anyway. Hooray!
Grats.
Been a while. Yeah, I raided Frosty, and he asked me what I was up to, and I said that, and he's like, "Whoa, oh, really? It's been ages." He said. I was like, "Yeah, I kind of took a break from Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, but yeah, it's good. I enjoyed the patch story. The whole World of Darkness stuff has been very nice. Zero is awesome.
Yep.
Right? Zero is awesome. Ashtaya. I was shouting out a lot.
Woof.
Ashtaya. But yeah, no. I will say, Endwalker. Leading up to the ending finale of 6.0 was kind of, but the finale of 6.0, when you were in the end of the world, was fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
But the bit before that was kind of Epis was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the ending of 6.0 is phenomenal. I was bawling my eyes out.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
100%.
god.
Agreed.
Very well. Very, very good. But I still feel Shadowbringers is my favorite, all in all, of the
Shadowbringers just
stories.
didn't have any downtime.
You know,
Yeah.
it's been a little while. I'd be interested to see where people's heads are at on like what their favorite expansion is, because I've been having conversations, and I found myself absentmindedly just still saying Heaven's Word,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's just like where I will always go for, like where I felt the most, which technically isn't true because the end of 6.0 was
Yeah.
absolutely righteous, but
Yeah, yeah. It's, I said, so for me, it's Shadowbringers on a whole.
mm-hmm.
Although the ending of 6.0 is fucking up there,
Yeah,
definitely. And then Heavensward also is just roundabout solid as well.
agree.
I still don't enjoy Stormblood as much.
Yeah,
I still got kind of pissed off that fucking Xenos is everywhere in Brigands and Shadowbringers. Like why? It's like why? Fuck off, please.
I mean, I definitely agree with
That's
you.
why I didn't like Endwalkers as much, because it's still them bloody fucking off around and just wouldn't just don't take no for an answer, do they? They don't take no for an answer. That's unhealthy.
Now, while Shadowbringers had,
Although I did love to hate Fandango.
oh yeah,
He was
Fandango.
supremely
I did
hateable.
love to hate him. Yeah.
Yeah. Shadowbringers was like Shadowbringers like it just kind of didn't stop.
Yeah.
That there was like maybe a couple of like down points or whatever, but they weren't very long.
Mhm.
Endwalker only had really 3 big specific parts that I felt were like um were like to that level.
Yeah.
You had the moon leading up to Zodiark.
Yes.
Because nobody expected Zodiark to be the 83 boss. Then you had
That was
Elpis.
surprising.
Yeah. You had the entirety of Elpis
Yes,
or whatever,
yes.
which was ridiculous.
Mm.
And then the ending of Elpis, which was even more ridiculous.
True.
And then you had the 6.0 finale, which was
Yes.
like it just like blew the meter off the
It
it was just the finale of Shadowbringers all over again.
Yes.
But Shadowbringers of its entirety is it's just so good. But that's what happens when you're like you're just on a new place for the entire expansion.
Yeah.
And you're just like there's so much new stuff to deal with. Well, I know you didn't just play 14.
Yes, let's play GTA RP as well.
There
Of
it
course I
is.
was. Yes. I was doing that too. Still being a farm boy.
Mhm.
Oh yes. No, I actually because I'm waiting for Dawn Trail now. I took this chance to uh install Baldur's Gate 3 again.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, the addiction's back.
Oh no, it's back.
That was
So-
a short time away.
oh god, no. Yeah, so I'm faffing with that still.
I need to go back
Full
to
of the...
Baldur's Gate 3 at some point.
Oh, there's
I
so
guess
much update. There's so many updates.
I've never beat. I still haven't beaten it.
Oh my god.
So in
Yeah,
Act
no.
3.
You can enjoy all the updates then as fresh.
True.
True. That'd be it.
I think that's
Hello?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's it.
That's it.
I think. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You wooing
predictable these
those
days.
wooing the women in Stardew? Because I know you
Yes,
can.
I'm playing a gay farmer.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean,
Wooing the
So I'm
men
moving the
in
blokes in.
Stardew.
Yeah, I'm moving the
Yeah,
blokes
as one
for the
does.
moment.
Important question now that I am remembered. What is the status of the talking raccoons?
Oh, yeah, I haven't got further with that. The raccoons said they were gonna have a family. So you have to provide them more food. And then when that happens, I don't know what the ending of that little side thing is.
Well, as someone with raccoons in his backyard, let me tell you, the ending of that is now you have more raccoons in your backyard.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, that will happen. But they got a massive tree to themselves.
Yeah, no,
So
that's
we'll
fair.
see.
Yeah. Nah, I'd do the same thing. Like I'd just play a female and then woo all the women.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you there.
I see. When I try to woo the ladies, right? I can't get over Maru. I'm always like, I've tried to like, oh, maybe I'll try wooing blah blah for this time round, but I end up just still falling into Maru's lap. It's the robots, I tell you.
It was
The
always
robot.
meant to be.
It's always the robots.
Oh my god.
All right.
In every timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
It's
it. Every.
you. It's always
She's
you.
a cool engineer. It's amazing. Robot maker. She can make me a mech.
True.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. True. All right. You know what that means. You know what that means.
Yeah, I'm looking at this long ass list. Holy shit.
It's
Yeah.
it's surprisingly long.
We should not have complained. We should not have complained. Oh, by the way, I did that thing I was gonna say. I was gonna do the other day. I have ordered me a 1-gallon jar of pepperoncinis.
God. Okay.
Dude, I've just been craving pepperoncinis, man. I had one out of the jar the other day, and I was just like, and the jar was small, and I was like, this isn't a big enough jar. So
I can't really fault you. They are really good.
yeah, they are. No question from Little, because he doesn't do that anymore. But we can move on into this long list. Like I said, we shouldn't have complained that there wasn't anything to talk about, because now there's stuff to talk about. First, we're gonna go off with which surprised me today, because the FTC actually did something.
It's true.
They actually did something. At least, yeah.
It's a
They
big something,
banned.
too.
Yeah, they banned non-compete agreements
Fuck
in America.
yes.
Yeah. So that means, starting from the time it's actually written into law, or like FTC law and everything, when it goes through, that means no company, like no employer, can put a non-compete clause in your contract, which means if you don't like your company and you want to leave and you want to make something new or whatever, you can do that and not
It's
have to wait 6 months to a year.
I was about to say, yeah, it's typically like 6 months, and sometimes they go as much as 2 years. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. That's not only gonna affect like the normal corporation sphere in America, but that's gonna also affect the gaming sphere. So, uh, the there is like a there is a provision in the thing as well for like executives and on up or whatever. So like they can't leave and just take the information that they've gotten and create a thing. I think they actually have like a provision of where they have to like give some leeway time or something like that.
I don't think any of them are technically allowed to do that, which has been the big issue with the non-compete for years and years. Is that if we let this person go and they could just get to work, they can start making the same thing that they were working on here and beat us out.
Yeah.
I don't think that that's ever really been a realistic thing that was ever going to happen. I think that's just a way that people have been able to protect themselves from a non-issue.
Yeah, but
And if
we have an example of it happening though.
it's true,
Dark and
it's
darker.
true, but I just don't see this being a common thing. I think this is mostly something that is not going to happen. Now that said, Dark and Darker does seem to be that.
I
Fair
mean,
enough.
they're still going. You can download their game off their site. You can
Hmm.
buy their game off their site and play it. So I mean,
But like with Dark and Darker, there is a recourse to this. It's not like this should ever have been a way to stop people from having work for upwards of a year or
yeah,
so.
yeah, true. Yeah.
Like there
Should
are actual legal recourses to doing that.
It shouldn't stop you from being able to leave your company and go into another company for work. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's good. FTC finally did something good. Good, that is, or whatever. That's the key word, being good. The last time they did something was let Microsoft buy Activision Blizzard for some reason.
I'm going to be
Um.
honest, and I have to assume this is a very, very unpopular opinion, but I don't trust the gaming industry to look after itself. I think it needs some oversight,
It
and if
does.
the
I do
FTC
think it
would like,
does.
yeah, the FTC would like to, spend some time actually looking at shit, I think it would be fine. Because even the things that they don't actually tackle, uh, with the knowledge that they're looking at things, companies would square up. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I personally don't want the government to put regulations on the gaming industry, but I can't trust the gaming industry to regulate themselves.
And that's what it
So
is. You're right. It's absolutely not a want thing, but it's
yeah,
like clearly you're not going to take care of yourself.
yeah,
So why should we think that you'll take care of us?
yeah. So uh uh weird rare W for the FTC. That's just as how it is today. Um so SMT5 Vengeance, apparently over 80% of the songs are redone, and there's like 20 new battle themes.
This Everything I hear about this game just tells me that it's actually just a new game with the last game. This is just Pokemon Gold and Silver.
Yeah. Welcome to
Like,
Alice.
yeah, yes, exactly. Like, yeah, you get to have the old stuff and also a brand new game. I'm not used to that. That's weird to me. So,
I'm
yeah, I'll
I'm
buy
I,
it.
I'm already thinking in my head, do we really need to buy ReFantazio when it comes out, or Metaphor when it comes out? Like in
I
just
have
3 years
the
they're gonna come
same
out,
thought.
and just in like 3 years they're gonna be like Metaphor, ReFantazio, Redux.
Unironically, when I was watching the showcase for it, I did find myself thinking, like, this game looks really good. I am interested. But I've learned now that maybe I shouldn't buy this on launch. Maybe I should wait 2 years and then
Mm-hmm.
have the full version.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, it's on Game Pass, in which case I can have it immediately because I pay for that. But that aside, I mean, yeah, I think that's a completely legitimate question to ask.
I think it'll be on Game Pass. They're definitely pushing the Xbox with this game.
They
So
certainly are. That is fair.
um
So maybe I will also just play this game twice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair. Uh, I mean, I played up to Shido's Palace in Persona 5 when it came out, which was pretty much right at the end. And then I stopped. I don't know why I stopped, but I did. And then and then when Royal came out, I played it entirely. Um, I think I don't know. I don't know if it's better to wait or if you feel like actually for Persona 5 I think it would have been better to wait because that game's long. That game is
It
extremely
is.
long.
Goodness.
Um it's not like Persona 3 is not that long. It's long, but it's not that long. Um Persona 5 is that long. And so doing like I could understand people playing Persona 5 and then Royal came out and they're like, "Man, I got to go through like the 90 of this out and like 90 hours of the same thing again with only like a little bit of new stuff sprinkled through." I got to understand that. But it had been so long since I played Persona 5 that I pretty much forgot almost everything that happened in it. And then I got to the Makoto scene and I was like, "I remember this because this is the most badass scene in the game."
Yes, correct. One of the most badass scenes in the franchise.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I look forward to SMT5 Vengeance. It's coming out in a really weird month because there's a lot of stuff coming out in June, going into July. So, but I look forward to it. This will be like the actual maybe first SMT game I actually play, because it's gonna be on PC now, and then I get to see what all the crazy modders do with this game as well. So,
Oh my god, no.
Just gonna kindly remind you and
Penis
point at
chariots.
do
Mara.
what?
Yeah, Mara
Penis
does
Oh
chariots.
exist.
yeah.
That is a thing.
I mean, the penis
Um,
cherry are always exists. So.
I know, but just imagine
the
when the
Atlas
modders get their
Classic.
hands on it.
All right, suddenly that phrasing.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
I would stay away from those modders.
Whew. Oh, and there will be plenty of them, I assure
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So we got to see some Alawi gameplay for 2XKO. The name
Yeah.
of that fighter that I have no idea why they decided to come up with 2XKO.
I still don't like it. I still, for whatever reason, prefer the working title of Project L. Laura looks great.
Yeah.
We've been
no, it
seeing
does
her
look great. Yeah.
for a while. We'd seen, at least I had seen gameplay. I don't want to say like a year ago. That doesn't sound right. But like a long time ago. And she just wasn't complete. So seeing her full kit and, her actually have flaps and a completed sprite. Yeah, no, fantastic. Looks absolutely amazing.
And she's gonna be playable at Evo Japan.
Yes, so if you're out there, this weekend is Evo Japan. You can get your hands on this and be amongst the first to play this version of the game.
Yep. Um.
Who's currently in that game? It's Yasuo, Darius, Echo, Jinx, Ari, Ilaoi? I think that's it.
Yeah. I think that's about Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's in the game.
Is he?
Yeah, that's all him.
I haven't seen him yet.
Saw him in the video with the Alawi video. He literally comes.
Very...
He literally is like one of the when they're showcasing some of Alawi's like assist moves or whatever. She's like Mordekaiser's the one out on the field.
That's Darius, friend.
Or is that Darius? That didn't look like
That's
Darius.
Darius.
He had
I assure you
a
it was.
mace. He had a mace.
He had an axe.
He had a mace. Whatever. Who cares? All right.
Point is,
Mordekaiser
low...
will be in the game. I'm calling it.
It's not an unreasonable call for now, with Ilaoi being the last one that we're seeing, and knowing that this game plans to ship next year. I don't imagine we'll get too many more characters. I think it's going to launch with a pretty small roster. My guess was 10, but I'm starting to think that I might be overestimating how much they get out before release.
Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say that there's going to be 10, but there could only be like 6.
I would very much like it if there weren't 6.
Well, okay,
Fighting games are already really difficult in that you see a lot of mirror matches.
they've already
This
shown
is
off
going to be
6, right?
really, yeah. We're guaranteed.
Oh, then there's
6.
there's going to be more.
Well, yeah, like I said,
I think they'll show. I think there'll be at least 4 more. They're just keeping them. They're just keeping them away from the scene.
yes, which would be great. Having some actual surprises now that you've garnered all this goodwill is a good plan. And I certainly hope that's the case because if you launch with 6 playable characters, I'm going to lose my mind over the monotony of team building. But that it has been well received so far is good. Riot hasn't been in the best place for supporting its um, non-priorities. Matter of fact, I think Riot Forge is now officially gone, right?
Yeah, I think the only
Yeah, I
thing
think
only thing that's not League of Legends, that's not League of Legends specific, that's still in development is the fighting game and the MMO.
and the MMO has been freshly reset
Yep.
some point this year, so we won't see that game coming out for being optimistic 5 years, and that's being optimistic in my mind.
Yeah, more the dev Mordekaiser came out and said it would be years.
Yeah, so I'm super disappointed with the closure of Riot Forge. I think they had that entire time one meaningful failure, and I thought their W's were really good there. So I also want the fighting game to do well. I want this to kind of rejuvenate their idea of a non MOBA, a non MOBA department.
Yeah.
So. There's just a bunch of other
right.
characters I would like to see in this game that aren't the launch roster.
Yeah.
Also the selfish thing of if I'm going to play a fighting game, I want like the characters I have any at all interest in being in this game.
You have interest in League of Legends characters?
Characters, yeah, like some of their designs are sick as hell. Their
That's
stories,
true.
yeah, not so much.
No, we got to get the whole Arcane cast in the game.
No, we really don't. I don't want to see Heimerdinger in this game.
Why not?
I don't want to see Heimerdinger in this game. Matter of fact, Yordles in general are going to be trouble. I know people have already said they want Grumble in this game, and I'm thinking to myself, I also don't want to see him in this game.
Yeah, but he's a little different from a Yordle or whatever. He's in a machine.
He's a giant fucking mech, yeah.
Yeah, so he's at least human level.
Look, you want a human level, quote unquote. Yordle, put Poppy in the game. She's got a big old hammer, and just have her hammer be part of the hitbox. It'll be fine.
Her hammer's actually not that much bigger than her. Like, it's bigger than her, but it's not
like Charlotta. It'll be fine.
It's not taller than a human. Like a normal.
Doesn't matter.
Normal
it's
human.
like Charlotta. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. Right. Yeah. What year is it? It's 2024, right?
Why ever do you ask?
Why?
Why is Team Fortress 2 getting updates?
It's so funny. It's so funny.
Why is Steam going like, or Valve being like, you know what? How about we give Team Fortress 2 64-bit support?
I couldn't tell you about like why this is. I don't even know what this is actually going to do for that game in the current state. I mean,
people still play it a lot.
Not
obviously the same level as
true,
but people still really want.
You know
to
what?
play it.
You know what? Actually, we're just gonna shut up. You want to know why? There's 60,000 people playing right now.
Yeah. As I said, people still want to play it.
That is so many more than I was expecting.
Their 24-hour peak is 72,000.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, thinking about it like that, yeah, having an old 32-bit game might have been causing some compatibility issues or something. I'm sure this will stabilize for some users, but I don't know if that was ever even really a problem or if I'm just making shit up.
I mean, they just wanted to update. I mean, like they have like 60,000 people playing, so they're just like, yeah, we'll give them um, we'll give them 64-bit support because I mean, everybody like, how long has this been since 32-bit's been a thing?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
32-bit's been around for a while, my guy.
Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This should it said it should enhance should include performance improvements for most users, and the bugs or whatever they have a link to where they can be reported at. So that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I didn't realize Team Fortress 2 had that much of people playing. Damn. I guess no. I guess no. I guess no new games ever come out, right?
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
At least the Team Fortress 2 players.
I just look. I'm happy y'all get to continue playing your game. May your hats be many.
Yeah. So as we mentioned earlier, Grand Blue Fantasy is going to have a showcase event tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow morning, actually, for us.
Yeah, I will not be awake for that.
No, 3 a.m. in the morning. 3 a.m. morning your time. That's 6 a.m. for me. No. I ain't gonna be up for that. They're gonna showcase the new characters, Twain and Seofan, and they said they had announcements. So maybe whatever post standoff, maybe they get the announce.
I would be. There's a small portion of me that would be surprised if they announced things past Sandy, just because they don't have to. They could hold that off for the Sandolphin reveal.
Showcase. Yeah.
I wouldn't be against them doing this, mind. That would be great to know that I was wrong, that they do plan to support this past his release. Realistically, I suspect they will be going into depth on the two characters, how they will be attained, and maybe a couple of goodies that come with them.
Yeah, I think
also,
there should be some quests.
Hopefully they will address the issues that people have been having with matchmaking since the last patch. So that'd be great.
Yeah. Also, by the way, none of the listeners here would know that I called this, but I called who our next character was going to be. It's not Sunday. It's not Sunday in Star Rail. It's Jade. We're getting Jade after Firefly.
Who?
Jade. Oh, actually, you don't know her. You didn't see her. Actually, just look in the Star Rail chat and you'll see.
Got it.
She's probably green.
I mean, yeah, she's one of the Stone
Does
Hearts.
she have a pole, and does she throw a, I don't want to call it a boomerang, but like a glaive?
She has a hat.
Okay, not Mortal Kombat.
She has a hat.
Got it.
Did she take the hat off and throw it?
I don't know. There's no like video of her.
Oh, Jade's awfully blue. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
She's blue. Okay.
Yeah, she's kind of March colored, if I'm honest. Blue, white,
kind of.
with pinkish purple up top.
Oh.
Interesting. Certainly
also,
not what I would expect for Jade.
Yeah.
For some reason in my head, when I was thinking, because I was thinking last night, I was like, you know what, it could be Jade, all right, because Jade is going to show up in the story. For some reason, I was thinking in my head like what she could be, all right, and in my head, I was like, you know, what we haven't gotten a quantum erudition character. Lo and behold, Jade's a quantum erudition character.
This is true.
So
Wait, hold
now
on. What's Ching Chue?
oh, I lied. All right. Chinchue's a quantum erudition character too, but I forget she exists
Okay.
because I don't use her.
To be fair, she's not exactly the most popular unit, so fair enough.
Yeah. Anyway, side tangent aside, that is, we'll go back. Yeah. So the showcase is tomorrow, and that'll be cool. So yeah. So Embracer splits up into 3 different companies.
It sure did. I got absolutely nothing for this one.
So weird. What? It's weird because I don't think I've ever seen a gaming company do this in quite a while. But it's also not weird because they had no money and I guess they needed to do something.
But does this help them with their no money? Now isn't this just 3 companies with no money?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how this works.
I
I'm
mean,
not a businessman, so
from what I saw, the company Embracer will be breaking down into the 3 companies you've mentioned: Middle Earth Enterprises and Friends. Hilarious name to me.
Coffee Stand and Friends.
Coffee Stain and Friends. Also hilarious name to me. And Asmodee Group.
And
And
friends.
Friends. Yeah, and Friends.
And Friends.
This is the part that gets me so much. It's like Garfield and Friends? What? No.
Get ready to party. Get ready.
Thank you so much for that. From what I understand, the Middle Earth Enterprises and Friends will be a gaming company. It'll continue with their AAA gaming development.
Yeah.
The Coffee Stain and Friends will be the indie department. I think that's also doing video games, but I'm not entirely sure. It's certainly not going to be doing the big AAA stuff. But the Asmodee group is specifically not doing video games. I think they're doing tabletop, is what I heard.
From reading from
Okay.
here,
Unless
it
they're doing
looks like-
tabletop and video games, which is entirely possible.
Interesting.
I heard exclusively tabletop, and nothing about what happened made any sense to me. I was like, my first thought was, why did you need to split into 3 companies for this to happen?
Yeah, they said Asmodee is going to be developing a wide range of licensed tabletop games based on Lord of the Rings, Marvel, Game of Thrones, Netflix, Lego.
Oh, Middle Earth isn't.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And Star Wars, including the recent successful trading card game that is the game release of Star Wars Unlimited.
What? So
Okay.
Middle Earth and Friends,
Fair
whatever
enough.
the fuck is what are they doing?
Middle Earth and Friends is doing like Tomb Raider. They're also doing Lord of the Rings games.
Okay.
But I'm not quite sure which games are on the chopping block or on the development block for that. But I think I remember distinctly seeing Tomb Raider, Lord of the Rings IPs, and was it Dead Island? I think.
Okay.
Well, it's because
So
the Middle
weird.
Earth and
Well,
Friends comprises of Crystal Dynamics, Dambuster Studios, Idios Montreal, Flying Wild
didn't
Hog
know this.
Studios, Tripwire, Vertigo Games, Warhorse Studios, and 4A Games. And they have IPs including Dead Island, Killing Floor, Kingdom Come Deliverance, The Lord of the Rings, Metro, and Tomb Raider.
As soon as you said Tomb Raider first, I was like, what?
Well, that was the one that struck me because that was like the biggest one that I remembered, and I was trying
if it's actually just an umbrella of others, I understand then.
Yeah, because of the nature of Embracer, they're just taking all the various stuff they own and throwing it under 3 different umbrellas.
Yeah.
I'm sure this has some kind of rhyme or reason. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
See if it tax.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tax thing.
Probably.
Coffee Stain will comprise of Coffee Stain, Ghost Ship, Tarsler, Tuxedo Labs, as well as THQ Nordic and Amplifier Games. and they have IPs of like Deep Rock Galactic, Goat Simulator, Satisfactory.
Oh, I thought they shuttered THQ Nordic.
Uh,
Okay, no, I'm happy to see that name come up because I
Yeah.
like the stuff they do.
Wreckfest, Teardown, Valheim,
Oh,
and they have other intellectual properties.
that how I got bought.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have free to play operations with Easy Brain, Deca, Crazy Labs, and Cryptic, which they own stuff like Sudoku.com, Blockudoku, Jigsaw Puzzles, blah blah. D&D Neverwinter Online, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's probably is a tax thing. When they lost that deal with the Saudis, man, they
It
got screwed
really
over.
fucked that company over
Yeah.
badly.
So yeah, I mean, that'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. I mean, I swear every other week I look at and something new coming out of Embracer. I'm just like, they're doing something. What they're actually doing, nobody really knows. So, so video game that both Dala and I played years ago called Ghost of Tsushima on the PS4.
God, it's so good.
So good. Very good game. I always think like loading it back up and just playing it again because it just feels so good. Its PC release is happening next month. Finally. This is actually going to include crossplay with the PlayStation.
Oh,
So
okay.
for the online,
multiplayer.
yeah, for
Okay,
the
good.
online. And this is going to be the first PlayStation PC title to actually use the new PlayStation overlay for PSN friends list, trophies, settings, and profile. And you can also earn trophies in addition to full support for Steam and EGS achievements.
Will we be required to download something like Xbox Live or whatever?
No idea.
Hmm.
They haven't
We'll
actually
find
said
out
anything.
real quick once that goes live, though.
Yeah, it comes out like May 12th, I think. Yeah, but from what it sounds like, this stuff is built into Steam.
All right, all right.
Oh yeah,
Which
actually,
would be ideal.
It is built into Steam because they even tell you the shortcut command to bring up the PlayStation overlay. Where is the thing?
What
It's
this
like
immediately frustrates me, it has nothing to do with Steam or Sony, but what frustrates me about this is knowing that Square's first reaction is to go to Epic, and now Steam has another step up on them
yeah.
with better integration.
Yeah. We still don't know about Rebirth though. Rebirth, like we don't know if Rebirth's going to go to EGS.
That's fair. That's fair.
We can assume it might, but Sony might have been like, "All right, we're done with EGS." So, who knows? We're done with like doing exclusive EGS stuff. Yeah. So for the PlayStation overlay, it'll be accessible with Shift F1 or the in-game menu. So, it doesn't look like it's going to be another thing you have to download. I think it's just inherent within the video game itself, which is pretty cool. That's actually pretty amazing. This is big. This is a game changer. Because if Sony pushes that out to all of its PC releases,
It'd be really cool.
it'd be really good. That's great. The last two segment of news or whatever. I can go through it pretty quickly because I'm apparently the only one here that actually watched them both.
Yeah.
Correct.
I was the one that linked it. I never watched it.
Correct.
2 indie type game directs happened this past week. Specifically today, the Tuesday, the Wired Direct happened, and I was forced to watch that because I was watching a streamer who was sponsored by it, and I was just like, whatever, I'll just continue watching it, whatever. and they went through the entire direct or whatever. Games that were shown off during this direct. There is a game called Gory Cuddly Carnage. All right, and this is a game where you are a cat on a hoverboard that is a weapon, and you kill unicorns. And it's a hack and slash game.
Okay.
It actually looks pretty cool, and it's very gory, as the name, tells you. There's a game called Karma: The Dark World. It is a psychological horror game. I could not explain this game to you. It is weird. There is a lot of psychological shit. There's a lot of body horror in this game. But it looks really cool. It looks really cool. Kind of looks like I mean, I guess you could kind of like maybe compare it to, maybe it kind of feels like a first person Silent Hill. I don't know if Silent Hill was first person or if any of the Silent Hills were first person. But it looked weird. It had something to do with time. So like you'd like time traveled in the past or whatever, and some shit happened. I don't know. A game called Hotel Architect. I don't know if I have to explain this. It's a hotel architect game. It's literally.
Stupid question. Is it a sim or is it just building it?
It's a sim because you have to okay. You have to run the hotel as you're building it.
Okay. So it's like a sim. It's like sim hotels or something.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. That looks pretty nice. I'm not one for that type of stuff, but it looked all right. Bulwark Falconeer Chronicles. This was like I said, I played the demo of this earlier. It's pretty neat. I'm not a city builder type of person, so you would need a city builder type of person to actually explain really anything. I only played like maybe an hour of it. So Dolly, if you want to download the demo and play, because you're the city builder dude here.
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. And this was apparently a game that Thor had to force himself to put down. So,
enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
So he really liked it. So, Deliver Us the Moon. This game has already been out on PC. The the amazing part about this showcase for this game was they got it running on the Switch.
Was this a PS5 game?
It's like it's PC, PS5, I think, maybe. Yeah.
Damn, that is genuinely surprising to hear they got it on the Switch.
It apparently runs pretty well.
How? If it's not purpose-built for the Switch, how? What kind of black magic did you do, developers? Yeah. Well
Thor
done.
was like, they optimized the shit out of this game.
That's really what it is. I mean, so many games fail because like they're built for better platforms and then put on the Switch. The games that do the best on the Switch, in my opinion, are purpose-built for the Switch. I'm looking directly at the Xenoblade games. Yeah. I'm looking directly at Breath of the Wild, and more specifically Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Also Rise.
Monster Hunter Rise. Yeah, I was just saying.
Yeah, also Rise, because that was some magic.
Yeah. It looked. I like if the footage they were showing us was what was it on the Switch. I have no reason to believe that it wasn't or whatever. It looked like it ran pretty well, like above 30 frames, pretty well. So, I was just like, oh god, they definitely hunkered down and optimized the hell out of this game. And the last thing that I remember from the Wired Direct was Arcade Paradise. I thought I spelled it wrong, but I didn't. It is a VR game where you run an arcade. And you can play all the arcade machine stuff in it. And
yeah, you've won me over.
Yeah, it's literally a VR game where you're just in an arcade.
Yeah, no, that sounds spectacular. I miss arcades. I genuinely miss arcades.
Yeah. There was like
I
there
say
was
this,
even
there is one near me, but like it's across a bridge and it's far enough away that that's gas and toll, and I don't want to do it.
there was even a light shooter in the game. So
I should certainly hope so. That's a staple.
yeah, I know, but it looked like it like ran really well. It's
Damn,
a
you'd love to
VR
hear
light.
it.
It was, you were a VR person playing a light shooter game. So
Oh no, fair. I understand now.
yeah. So that was pretty cool. I don't have any VR technology, so I couldn't partake in that. But it did look really cool, and that was the thing. Um, the other indie showcase that we had this week was Indie World. This was specifically a like Nintendo conference type thing.
Correct.
So all the stuff was coming out on Nintendo or is like either exclusive or timed exclusive for the Switch. There was Little Kitty, Big City. It is literally in the name. You're a cat, and you're adventuring in a big city. That's all I could really say. I don't remember much of Yars Rising. I just thought the name was weird. Refined Self personality test game. It is literally a video game where you take a personality test.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wait, really? Is that the whole game?
it's just
Yeah.
personality test. The game.
yeah. It's like
All right.
literally, it gives it to you in a way where it doesn't feel like it's a personality test or whatever.
Sure.
But it is the name like it. It's literally a personality test video game. So, Sticky
Wow,
Business.
BuzzFeed would have killed for this game.
You're not wrong.
God, you're gonna kill me. Yeah, right. Sticky Business. This is literally a game where you make stickers, and you just
All right.
apply stickers.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Valley Peaks. I don't remember Valley Peaks. As I said, I watched all this at 2x speed because I had other stuff I was doing. I was just wanting to get all this stuff. Valley Peaks though, I'm looking it up on Steam. It's just a casual adventure platformer. Looks its art style is actually pretty neat. And it's made by Tub Club. Tub Club. That is the name of the developer.
Love these names. My goodness.
Tub Club. There's a demo. There is a demo. So that might be interesting to find out. You're in a big valley. You're like in a valley surrounded by like a bunch of mountains or whatever, and you're running around platforming and stuff. It says mountains are calling. It's a first-person climbing platformer. There we go. First person. And it's a big puzzle game as well. So interesting. Anton Blast was a Metroidvania looking game. And it looked all right, but I'm not a Metroidvania person. I realized I had skipped Anton Blast. I think the story kind of looked a little funny, but I can't actually. I'm like, I when it comes to some of these games, like I'll check out instantly. If I see a Metroidvania, I normally check out because I will like never be able to get into these games. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is an
I
action.
love the name of this, by the way.
Yeah.
That would
It's
be
an
such a kick-ass fucking band name.
Band? Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Lorelei
Hell
and the
yes.
Laser Eyes.
This feels like such a punk band name.
Yeah. Lorelei and the Laser
Hi,
Eyes.
I'm Lorelei, and these are the Laser Eyes.
Let's get fucking down.
Pew
um,
pew zap zap. Anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
This game is an action adventure puzzle game, and it looked it's very what's the word? It's kind of like horror. It kind of feels a little horror-ish. Its art style is very interesting. I'm gonna link it to you guys. There's a word for the type of background this is, and I can't figure out what the word is.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely not a punk band.
Yeah, this it's like I
Oh.
kind of want to equate that house to like maybe the Addams Family house, but like just a house, not the. That's the type of like feeling I get from that house. One of those old Victorian houses.
I see, I see. It's very Cthulhu,
Yeah,
Tim
yeah, that was.
Burton-y.
Yeah, there we go. Those are the words I was thinking.
Yeah,
Or
the chorus in the music, therefore.
yeah. That one seemed interesting.
Yeah.
Next up, there was a game called Europa. It was also an action adventure explorer. This was actually the one that I thought was the most interesting outside of Another Crab's Treasure.
Is it
But I've seen
actually
it.
on the Europa the moon?
Do what?
Is it on the moon?
No,
Europa?
no, no. Europa is actually is it on? Oh yeah, on the moon Europa. Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Jupiter moon.
Space.
It's like a
Space.
it's like an open world adventure game where you like 3D platform around everywhere.
Okay.
And you have like a jetpack as well. It actually looks really cool. It also has a demo. Kind of remind me of it reminded me a little bit of Chia, or whatever, because you know how
Okay.
Chia is.
Yeah, yeah.
It reminds me a lot of that, but like more vibrant, I guess. A little bit more vibrant.
More vibrant?
It's a lot greener. It's a lot
Oh
greener.
wow. Okay. I'm genuinely surprised to hear this.
Yeah. There's also a demo, so I actually might download that because I was actually slightly interested in this. Yeah, you're on the lush terraformed paradise. On Jupiter Shadow. You're an android named Z. Set out to
Space and robots? Oh,
yeah.
Link's in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really. If you like the Link game, you'll love this.
Yeah, here's
It's very Zelda-like, isn't it?
Yeah, here's Europa.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Yeah,
they even glide.
Yeah, it looks really good actually. I was like, you know what? Out of all the games, I think I'm like actually slightly interested
Yeah,
in this.
this looks great actually.
Yeah, that is Europa. There's a demo. If people want to try it out, go and try it out. Next was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate. This is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles roguelike. And it looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah. It actually looked like it functioned like pretty well.
I did look it up. It does look quite good, and it does look like it's going to function, as you've said, quite well. Yes.
Yeah. This one doesn't have a Steam release, so
something of a downside. That
at least not yet.
Okay.
At the moment, it's not on the list of Steam games. So it did look interesting. Like obviously it's a Switch game, so I'm not gonna turn my Switch on to play it. But yeah. Cat Quest 2. We saw this last what is it during one of the things that we watched this past like couple of months or whatever. It's Cat Quest 2. It's Cat Quest 1, but 2 with the 2 on the end. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. It's a weird game. Stitch. Okay, Stitch looked kind of interesting. All right. Stitch is you're stitching or whatever, like you're doing stitching, but it's more like Sudoku with the stitches. Yeah, it's like it's
what?
like it's puzzle stitching is what it is. So like you have to stitch like in the correct like number of spaces. And it's like it's
Oh,
patterned out like
okay.
Sudoku.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is this Sudoku? Yeah, it looked pretty all right. Another Crab's Treasure. I don't know how many. I'm actually extremely excited for this game.
Yeah.
I
It is a
genuinely think it's gonna be a banger.
crab
Yeah.
souls like.
A hermit crab
Souls
souls-like.
like, yeah. Where the gimmick is you need to swap out your shells, and your shells give you like different abilities and stuff like that. It was so when
Yeah.
what is it? The guy's name like something pineapple on YouTube.
Iron
He
pineapple.
Iron Pineapple. There we go. When
Yeah.
he covered the game, he was like, okay, this game is actually like the most interesting game he's ever like looked at.
It's so weird because he usually has to. He forces himself to play through like so many Souls-likes that are, let's call them kindly, okay.
Yeah.
So like running across one like this, like it was an immediate understanding of, oh no, this is a diamond. This is gonna be something. Seems like he was right.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. So I'm interested. That game actually comes out this week on both Switch and PC. And there is an option in the game to give your hermit crab a gun. So, and you can one shot stuff with the gun if you so feel like wanting to do that. The last game in the indie world was Steam World Heist 2. And what I got from this game was it was a top-down I don't know. It was a top-down game where you're robots in like a Western world and you're pulling off heists. Where you're like steampunk robots.
Mhm.
It looked. I don't want to
Does it
say
have
interesting.
snappy dialogue? Is it, when you say heist, is it more Payday? Is it more Ocean's 11? What are we talking
Nah,
about
I
here?
think it's more like Western heists, like like
Oh,
like a
all right,
Western.
fair enough.
It's a steampunk Western game.
Oh, I mean, yep, yeah, all right, fair enough.
Oh, it has a Steam page. I didn't know it was also on Steam.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. It looks like all those mobile ads that are of fake games.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is neat because those fake games always look like interesting if they were actually really like that.
Yeah. The synopsis is join Captain Leeway and his ragtag crew as they uncover the enigmatic menace threatening the Great Sea. Equip and upgrade your crew for turn-based gunfights, packed with ricochet action and engage in real time. So it's actually a pirate game, not a heist game, not a Western game.
Also, yeah, this is absolutely a puzzle game.
Yeah. Get
Like
ready
with
to
the ricochet
aim.
action, they're not joking.
Yeah, it's adventure turn-based action adventure. Action adventure and then turn-based? What? Okay. Yeah. That was the last game in that. I am not one to talk about indie games. So why was I the one to watch the game?
I suppose have things we had to get done.
uh,
Sorry, you had to bite the bullet this time.
oh my god. I don't hate indie games. It's just most of them are just not interesting to me. But I mean, like I said, there's a few of them. If I had VR support, if I had a VR headset or whatever, I'd play Arcade Paradise in an instant. And Karma the Dark World actually seemed interesting. I probably will pick that up. And I'm gonna download Europa and TMNT. TMNT Splintered Fate. I'm gonna try that. I love me, dude. I love Shredder's Revenge.
It was really good.
So
Yep.
all these new. Actually, what you know? What Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game I need to come out?
Go on then.
Last Ronin
Jeez, I consistently
or
forget
Ronin or
about
whatever it's
that
called.
as. Yeah.
I need that game to come out. I was spoiled on who Ronin is, but I still want to play it because I haven't read the comic, so I don't know what actually happens in it. But I want to play that game because I think it's being made by a decent studio. Actually, I could be wrong here. I could be very wrong here. Black Forest Games, actually. What did Black Forest Games do? Destroy All Humans. That's the only one I know I recognize. All right. Anyway, that's news. That's news this week. I hopefully next week is not as jam packed. Hopefully I don't have to watch another set of indie conferences.
I was gonna say, I hope there's another indie conference that Aqua has to sit through.
No, I know I work all this week, so it's your guys' job. So yeah, what are we doing this week?
Well, tell you what, I'm going to definitely continue to play Tekken 8, but that will come to an abrupt, not end, but I will be playing less of that once Friday rolls. Is it Friday? I think it's Friday,
Yeah,
right?
it's Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, when Friday rolls around, as Toyin and Seofun join the game and relink, and I will have many things to grind out for them.
Yeah, same. That's why I haven't deleted Relink off of my computer.
I mean, look, I really, really like that game.
I
If
do
they can
too.
fix the matchmaking, I'll even go back to playing it fairly regularly. I just don't enjoy playing this game with a bunch of computers.
Yeah. Yeah. Leak?
I'm going to be playing Baldur's Gate 3. I am going to be playing GTA and Stardew. The same thing. Well, except for Baldur's Gate. I'll probably. Well, how many hours do I have in Baldur's Gate already?
Too many.
Have
I
a
remember
look.
the last time we asked about this.
Yeah. I think it. Let me see. I'm currently
Too
standing
many.
at 473.4 hours.
That's a good amount of hours.
And this is before I've like finished the game one time. But this is before all these updates happened.
Right.
So I've got lots to find out and play through. I'll probably start from the very beginning, basically.
Important question then.
Yes.
Will this new character also be a farmer?
I suppose the closest things would be either what's it? I guess a druid's the closest thing.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
swing it to, and I believe that, yeah.
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 Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Just a farmer getting picked up by the by the squid faces, and then
Yeah.
going on just randomly going on an adventure.
Oh no, it's me, Perry. I'm in this world now.
Very good. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh god, I will. I'll make Perry in Baldur's Gate 3 now.
Oh, this is
Oh,
brilliant.
It's the
there you go.
Perryverse. It's the
I approve.
Perryverse.
Go on
Oh
then. Go
no.
on then.
I'm doing
Perry
it.
the Druid.
I'm gonna do it.
What's
Well,
Perry's favorite form?
Oh, would he be a druid or a ranger?
Companion, not
Yeah.
form.
Yeah, maybe a companion instead.
All right then, fair enough.
Because I have played druid before. and they're really overpowered
Yep.
in BG3. Holy fuck.
There's an
Hmm.
Albel coming from the top rope. One-shotting a boss.
Actually, my favorite to play in Baldur's Gate 3 is Paladin. That's very fun to play.
Paladin's broken.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Most of my characters are Paladin in BG3. Paladin, sub-warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, nope. That was what ambition was. Yeah, this is fair.
Yeah. I think I made a
So he was warlock sub pal, but
I did make a fighter, a two-handed fighter. So, because I think that's my evil character, not the dark urge, just evil, just an asshole.
Yeah, that's something I'm interested in seeing actually, because they've added evil endings, not necessarily for Dark Urge.
Dark Urge.
You could be evil besides that
Good.
route, right?
Oh,
So
good.
there are evil
Oh.
endings for non-Dark Urges too.
interesting.
That
It's
might
in the latest patch.
might make me play a little bit more than he. I'm gonna play Relink this week, and unfortunately, I don't have the money to get Stellar Blade as soon as it comes out, so I will not be playing it at launch. But next Wednesday, I'll be playing Stellar Blade. Soon. Yes. I'm only angry because I'm mad. So.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Thor's ruined me. Thor's just ruined me. Yeah. So Relink, Stellar Blade. Well, I mean, we'll do a podcast before I play Stellar Blade again, but maybe some trails. Whatever I load. Actually, I'm gonna load up this Europa demo. That's what I'm gonna do. I wanna try this demo out. So, yeah. So if you guys made it this far, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye. Be good now.
Goodbye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely true.